15-3 winners in San Diego. Let's hear from Yoshinobu Yamamoto with Kirsten and the media.
Yoshi, just first navigating through their lineup. I know when you look at your last one, you were excellent, but the early home run, how different did you feel going into this one and wanting to start with that clean first inning?
まあ全体的に良かったと思うんですけども、最初のホームラン、あそこにそのゲーム入っていくまでどういう感じでしたか？ホームランあそこ、まあ序盤だったんですけども、そのゲーム入っていくまで今日どういう状態で入っていきましたか？
まあ調子はまあいつも通りぐらいにはいい感覚で、試合に入れて、初回、うまく抑えれたんですけど、まあそこからホームランのボールはまあ少し高くて少し真ん中に寄ってしまったので、まあ、相手が打ったのがすごいですけど、まあ、もう少しコース頑張るか、高さうまくいけば、まあ、なんとか、まあ、フェンスの手前になってたかなとは思いました。
I was able to, in terms of getting into the game, because I was able to maintain my good condition and a good feel. And then in terms of regarding to the home run I gave up, that was my miss pitch. I wanted to locate the ball a little bit in, but because I ended up that ended up in the bad spot.
Different is it when you are pitching, whether it's a one-run game, a tie game, to then when you come back in and you have a 9-run lead?
いつもみたいにちょっと点の援護がない時と今日みたいに大量援護があった時ってどういうふうに違いますか？
まあ多少やっぱ違いはもちろん、感じますけど、まあこうなんていうんだろうな、大量な得点、点差が離れた後も。あまりこう点差を気にすることなく、まあこういい接戦の気持ちでマウンドに上がるようには心がけています。
I personally take it, no matter how much I get lead or how tight the game is, I just treat the games just as usual, tie game.
Did you get bored during the sixth inning? How long that took?
ちょっと6回長くなって攻撃が長くなってちょっと退屈したみたいなところありますか？
まあ長くはなりましたけど、しっかりウォームアップしましたし、はい、特に集中してました。
I was not bored, but that I just try to maintain my concentration by doing some warm up inside.
All right, Yoshinobu Yamamoto continues his great stretch. His last 7 starts, he's won 5 of them, number 8 on the season tonight. Nomar, what did you see from Yamamoto?
You know what? One thing he really did a good job commanding the corners once again. But the other thing I think that gets overlooked is his sinker, his cutter, his pitches. Some of those pitches aren't always about swings and misses. They're about actually having a late movement, missing the barrel. So we're going to go to the K zone and look at him commanding the zone and also how well he does with those pitches, just missing the barrel. And that's really the key. So here's a 3-2. This ball, not that it has a cutter, but I think it's more of a sinker because it's running in on the hand. And he induces a ground ball, gets the ground ball, gets the out. There's a fastball. We know he's got the forcing, but he just dots it. And we know he can strike you out with that fastball. But here's a great location, once again, on the corner. But the 0-1, there it is, the cutter. It's a late break that gets it to the end of the bat. So now you get the ground ball and you get the defense helping you out. Here, you still are dotting the sinker. You're going to get the strikeouts. But even if they're making contact on those, they are not going to be able to get really hard contact. It's going to be weak contact. Here's another one that just misses the barrel where he pops up on the fastball because there is a late movement. There's a late run on the sinker just coming in, barreling on the hand. And as a hitter, you're thinking, I'm squaring this ball up. I got this. And then as next thing you know, you're going, man, this totally missed the barrel. I made contact, but boy, I did not hit that hard. That's what's so amazing about it. It goes one way, it goes the other, but it's late. It's not something you see out of his hand early so you can recognize the break. It is coming in, and it's at the very tail end. It's literally missing your barrel.
He's just a tremendous pitcher. He'll have starts where he'll pitch 7 innings and he'll have 11, 12 strikeouts. Here, 6 innings, only 4 strikeouts, but Nomar, you touched on it. A lot of weak, soft contact because of that late movement, whether it's the cutter, the sinker, or that split. He is just so fun to watch. A nightmare for the hitters. And he handled everybody tonight. There's one guy in that lineup, Sheets, saw him extremely well. Remember him, circle Sheets, especially when next time Yamamoto sees him. But again, Yamamoto, weak contact every time. It's just so fun to watch. Fun to play behind if you're an infielder, too.
Absolutely. Dodgers 15-3 winners over San Diego. The 7th spot in the lineup last night, exploding for a 9-run 6th inning. They hit 3 home runs in that inning. They put up a total of 15 runs in the game. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who lost a 1-0 game there in San Diego last month, certainly happy with all the run support, Jerry. He gets his 8th win.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, I'm so happy that this team watches our pregame show because we begged, we pleaded for this lineup to give Yamamoto some runs. Did they ever? 15 runs. They were 8 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Another issue we talked about in the pregame show. Well done.
Yeah, it took him a little while. We wanted him a little earlier because it was, kind of a 1-1 game. But listen, it doesn't matter how long it took him. They did an excellent job that 6th inning, just up and down the line. It was just tremendous. It really was. You had balls that were going out of the ballpark. You got great swings. They were moving guys around. They were just passing the baton. It was an impressive win, exactly what we asked for. A lot of run support. Yamamoto was outstanding as well.
One of those 3 home runs hit in that 6th inning off the bat of Kyle Tucker, who had his first 4 RBI game as a Dodger. Right now, he's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Kyle, what is it like when you're a part of an inning, whether it's the 6th or the 8th, just to get this offense going? You guys have just explosive innings and explosive at-bats.
Yeah, it was great. Yama gave us a great start there, and then, the guys just kept continuing to have good at-bats throughout the game. So we were just kind of waiting for a point in the game to kind of break things loose and get some runs up on the board. We had a big inning there, so it worked out really well for us.
For you to have a 3-hit game, when you think about just the results you're seeing right now, what do you think has led to those?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't love my swing tonight. I just, like the homer, I just kind of caught the ball at the right point of contact. Then it worked out, and the other ones just got inside the ball a little bit and got him over to the left, over the infielder, so it just kind of works out sometimes.
With that home run, though, it was a 9-pitch at-bat. I mean, what were you kind of reading there? What were you trying to do? Because ultimately you did get the pitch that you wanted.
I was just trying to get the run in. I mean, he was around the zone for the most part, making some decent pitches. I wasn't putting that great of swings on there, but was just able to catch the ball at the right point of contact there on the last one. Worked out well.
Hey, before I let you go, Miguel Rojas, 5 pitches to close this one out. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, he's our closer, I guess.
He's the closer. Sorry, Edwin. Kyle, congratulations on this win tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Great night for the Dodgers up and down the lineup. Kyle Tucker said he didn't love his swing, Nomar, but still he winds up with 3 hits, goes deep, and a Dodger high 4 runs batted in.
You may not love his swing, but you got to love the result in a sense where, okay, get a little confidence there, keep working. As we mentioned, it's still, a little long. There were certain ones, but, he's able to drive that one out. Still got to work on being more direct to the ball, but nonetheless, it is still nice to have the results, to be able to contribute, to go home feeling good after a victory, and hopefully that's something for him to build and keep getting that confidence so hopefully we can start seeing this turnaround and see the Kyle Tucker we've seen in the past.
I like this swing. I think he was a lot shorter to the ball. See, A to B, a lot shorter than he has been. It's still work in progress, but I will say this. EK talked about on the telecast the compete factor. Sometimes you don't have your A swing. You may have your B- swing, maybe a C swing, but you got to have that compete. I think that 9-pitch at bat, Tuck really competed and gave himself a chance. When you give yourself a chance, good things can happen. So hopefully now he can kind of build on this confidence, get in the cage tomorrow, work some things out, and hopefully he gets hot. The talent is certainly there, but we talk about all the time, you got to be a little shorter to the ball. You do that, he's going to be a lot more consistent.
Dodgers roll 15-3 is the final. Let's head back to the booth, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Well, it was a tight game. It was 1-1 through 5 innings, turns into a blowout. Dodgers right at 9-run 6th, then win 15-3.
Yeah, really good to see. And I think more than anything, just the contributions in that 9-run inning. Kyle Tucker, he talked about the at-bat, and he didn't feel great. And it was 9 pitches. And what he did is he battled and he competed. And that's all you can do. When you're not feeling well, you just go in and grind. Dalton Rushing, a similar type at-bat. And the rest of the guys, Freddie Freeman, the Greg D, the hitting, Yamamoto, outstanding on the mound, Mookie Betts. I mean, you can go on and on.
Yeah, take a pick tonight. They handed off to Emmett Sheehan tomorrow. He's had stretches this year where he's looked really good. Lately, he's struggled, though.
Well, and again, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to turn the page. It's irrelevant what you've done in the past. You go out there and you look at this as a challenge. And like I said tonight, there's one thing you can always take with you, whether it's on the mound or in the batter's box, and that's I'm going to compete.
All right, it'll be Sheehan for the Dodgers. Michael King counters for the Padres. Dodgers' first look at King since he beat him 1-0 last month.
Yeah, and that night it was Michael King out-dueling Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Different story in the second game of this three-game series. We pick up the action actually in the fifth inning. Dodgers up 1-0. Yamamoto cruising through the first four. Gets touched up for a home run by Gavin Sheets, Jerry.
Gavin Sheets has been the most consistent player for the San Diego Padres all season long. He is having a great season for them. Fastball, that's not a bad pitch. It's out of third. Credit Sheets. Stays on it and drives it over the center field wall. Really good swing.
Here we go to the sixth. Nomar Freddie Freeman leading things off. And he has himself a double to begin what's going to be a huge inning.
Freddie Freeman, you know, we've seen him just as of late, just swinging the bat so much, but more consistent of the Freddie Freeman that we know that he looks more like himself on a more consistent basis. Love seeing him lining that ball and hitting another double.
After Mookie Betts grounded out the next 7, Dodgers will reach this one right here. Jerry Max Muncy hits one that eats up Will Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner, obviously this ball hit his heel, could not make the play. Dodgers are able to score. E4, you're going to see another look at it right there. Kind of a routine play, maybe kind of backed up a little bit, but again, great teams take advantage of miscues that you're going to see the Dodgers pour it on this inning.
So the Dodgers have a 2-1 lead, but they're just getting started in this inning. Tommy Edman, how good has he been since coming off the IL? Continues here.
Great swing by Tommy Edman, recognizing that breaking ball coming in, getting the barrel to it, keeping that fair. Everything about it. Tommy Edman, nice and hustling all the way to third base.
RBI triple for Edman. We've got to take another look at this swing. It's been a pretty swing since coming back.
You talk about short, compact barrels right there. Look at that. Short to the ball, long to it. Love the head first slide there. Triple, Tommy Edman.
3-1 Dodgers. Kyle Tucker with one swing of the bats makes it 5-1.
That ball was a cutter on the inner half and getting the barrel to it. Very, you know, you mentioned, Jerry, you like this one a little bit. There's still a little bit length, but you're right. It was a little more direct to the ball that allowed him to get the barrel to it and drive it out of the ballpark.
Dalton Rushing immediately follows. Jerry with his 9th home run.
What I love about this is a 2-strike approach. This is another cutter / slider, but Dalton Rushing stays square, and he knew right away that was an absolute bomb. You see Yamamoto loving the runs, stays square, head down on contact. That is such a good swing. Good to see the bottom of the order really light him up with the bat tonight. Great swing rush.
6-1 later in the inning. The bases are loaded for Freddie Freeman. And this one is fielded by Will Wagner on the diving stop, Nomar, but even though they get the out, another run scores.
That's okay. Fine play. Tip your hat, but at the same time, you're just thinking, did I get a run in, knock him in? And speaking of knocking him in.
How about that swing? Oh, Mookie, can't you see? Yes, that swing hypnotized me. This is a slider that stays inner half. We talk about the top hand. That allows backspin with the baseball. 3-run bomb, Mookie Betts.
3 straight games with a home run. Bottom 6, Gavin Sheets with a shot to right. This is after Yamamoto was in the dugout for a really long time.
Gavin Sheets had a really good at-bat. That at-bat.
Yep.
Xander Bogaerts to Max Muncy. And Yamamoto through 6.
Okay, you give one up, that's it. But you minimize the damage. You don't let it snowball. Great job, Yamamoto.
Dodgers kept on scoring. They go on to win it 15-3. They improved to 53-30 on the season. Yoshinobu Yamamoto gets win number 8. Went 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Kyle Tucker 3 for 5. 7th home run, 4 RBIs. Freddie Freeman 3 for 5 with a double and a run batted in. Here's what's coming up on the calendar. The series with the Padres wraps at 1 p.m. tomorrow in San Diego with Emmett Sheehan on the mound. Monday, Dodgers will be in Sacramento for the final stop on this 3-city road trip, playing 3 there with the Athletics. And then on Thursday...